taking barricaded summer debaser. All my life, sad and bad to my love, and I'm just a heartbreaker. All my life, get it taken, cause I'm out when I'm staking under the rain. Sad and bad to my love, and I'm just a heartbreaker. All my life.
Welcome back. We're back talking. We're playing Walking the Plains 3, but if you don't know, this is mainly just me talking about Darth Bane, Path of Destruction. Phenomenal book. So where we left off, there was going to be an ambush on his score. So they were on his score. They were chasing the Republic, and on his score there were these reptilian creatures, and they ambushed and they attacked Sith and Republic troops alike. And Des lost a lot of friends and all that. Even though he had a bad feeling, he couldn't explain why. So now he knows to listen to his bad feelings all the time, because it can always mean something very important is about to happen. So Ulabor calls them up and he's like, we got instructions, we gotta go now. And Des is like, no, we gotta wait. We can't go now. We're gonna get shot down by the aircraft. They're gonna shoot us down with their turrets. We gotta wait until nightfall when they dock them. And he's like, no, this came from high up. We're gonna go. So basically, they're arguing, and Des punches him in the face, knocks him out cold. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna walk my guys into death. So we're gonna go. So what if I'm committing treason? We're gonna go now. And we're gonna go and get this done. So he orders them all. He gets the orders. He sets them all up. So he's like, all right, we're gonna go do this. The plan's gonna go like this. The turret, they get there and they find out the turrets are still actually activated. The crafter just dogged. Excuse me. So, he's got a problem. So he takes a sniper from this woman, Lucia. That's an important name for a later book. But this woman, he takes a sniper rifle from this woman, Lucia, this young sniper. And the sniper's like, this is impossible shots, you know, we can obviously shoot down one of the turret people, but as soon as we shoot that person, they're all going to be ready for us. So Des takes it and he shoots a couple of people really fast in quick succession, does, you know, wherever his mind is basically guiding his blade, that's where he's going. Oh my god, no way. So we're established again in the Force because after a few times this has happened, someone lets off a flash canister, you know, a flash grenade, and so then Des just absorbed that whole thing through the scope, so now he's blinded, except he still kills a bunch of people, and then everyone's freaking out. So the mission was a success. We fast forward a little bit, the mission was a success. He still doesn't quite know how he just did that, but he doesn't really care. Well, he is caring, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it so much that he doesn't even notice that there are strangers in the camp until they slap wrist cuffs on him, and he realized Ulabor got up. So Ulabor did get up and told them, oh, this guy, he committed treason. So now he's being put under arrest. So they take him away. He's kind of signaling to his guys that are really loyal to him, like, no, do not kill Ulabor. He knew that they were going to kill Ulabor later in a conflict. But they just meant don't kill him right now. They're trying to free Des. So they take Des to a Sith prison for a while, and this guy, this Twi'lek, comes along named Lord Kopej, who we saw in the prologue, and Kopej takes him to Korriban. And now we're in Chapter 8. Kopej has Des at Korriban. And he's talking like, you're very gifted in the Force, and you don't have problems speaking truth to power. I would like you to join the Brotherhood of Darkness. I want you to train here on Korriban. So Des agrees to train on Korriban. Combine my swords here. He's okay. I'm gonna train on Korriban. Gonna be a Sith apprentice. So all is well and good. So you know, he's very excited about this. He's talking about how he's gonna have a name, and he chooses his new name, Bane, because his father used to call him the bane of his existence. So his name now is Bane, and now we've got Bane. So this is why it's called Darth Bane. His name is Bane. So before the chapter ends, we see Kopej talking to Cordis, because you know he is kind of on Cordis's turf. Excuse me. So we see Kopej talking to Cordis, and it's like, I think this guy could be this authority, and Cordis is like, well, you have to see about that. I don't think so. And he's very skeptical. We don't really know what this authority is yet. We just hear him say, oh, I think this guy could be the one we're looking for. This could be this authority. So we know this authority is obviously something important. But we know nothing about it. So that ends the chapter. And then we're going to fast forward a bit to chapter... Oh yeah, and we get a really great quote from Kopej, which says, I'd gladly trade 1,000 of our best troopers for even one Sith Master. So now we got chapter 9, where Bane learns the Sith tenets, the tenets of the Sith, which are, peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion I gain strength, through strength I gain power, through power I gain victory, through victory my chains are broken. Yes, I've memorized that for a long time. I know that. Okay. Sometimes I screw it up and then I get frustrated with myself. So he learns this, and he's learning from the feet of Cordis, and he's learning the Force abilities. And Cordis gives him this like blood ritual kind of thing. This part creeped me out. He like digs his fingernails into his own palm and then blood rituals him like on the head, and that was creepy to me. But I mean, that's okay, you know, Cordis is a fucked up character. We realize right away Cordis is a very strange character. He's very interested in personal trinkets and that kind of thing. And then we get to the bulk of this chapter, which is the first time well, actually the first time was when we saw it from Kopej's and Cordis's perspectives. But now we're going to actually take a look outside of Bane's path. This has nothing to do with Bane right now. We're going to look at the first battle of Ruusan from Khan and Kopej's perspectives. So we got Khan doing battle. They plan this surprise attack, or they carry out this surprise attack against the Republic on this world of Ruusan. It's more of a symbol world. It's just kind of like the midpoint between... it's like the midway... Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, it's like the midway point between the Sith, or the Outer Rim, and the Republic. So it's just a symbol. Capturing it is really just a symbol. Like, oh, I captured this. Ha! You know, I'm getting close. So they do capture it eventually, but not before experiencing some trouble, because while Khan is using some battle meditation, there's a Jedi also using battle meditation. So Kopej senses that, and it's starting to cause the Jedi to win. So Kopej goes and kills the Jedi, and then flees, and then they win the battle. So that's the first battle of Ruusan. That's some good spaceship battle we're seeing. It was very interesting to look at, or to read and listen to. Now on to chapter 10. Bane is stronger. He's much more stronger, and I think we're starting off here in some lightsaber combat training. They have these swords laced with pelco venom, or pelco barbs. Basically what it does is the sword is made of material and is made to feel like the normal weight of a lightsaber. They don't actually have lightsabers yet. They're training with practice sabers. So it's made to feel like a lightsaber. Sorry, I'm a little tired of talking, but that's alright, I'm gonna keep going. So it's made basically to feel like a lightsaber, and they have the barbs of the deadly Pelko bug, and basically what that means is the Pelko venom is going, you know, when it hits you, when the saber hits you, it hits hard, because it's the strength of the swinger, but it also will make an entire part of your body, wherever it hits, it'll make it numb, to kind of mimic the, mimic losing a limb to a lightsaber. So this was cool to look at. We don't get to look at much training like this without actual sabers and that kind of thing. So this was very interesting to learn about. I like this part. Oh, there's nothing up there. Oh, we're running out of cave decay through, man. So yeah, Bane is stronger. He's training, so he's learning Form 5, which is a strength-based lightsaber form. In case you wanted to know, Form 5 is Anakin Skywalker's form. So if you wanted to compare it to some lightsaber fighters that you know, that's who you should compare it to. Anakin Skywalker, or Darth Vader uses a form of Form 5, or even Luke Skywalker at points. So we've run out of blocks, it would appear. That's bad. So he's talking about how it's been a while since we've last seen him in this book. He once challenged this guy Fulharg, but Fulharg beat him because he underestimated him. So now he challenges Fulharg again, and it's going pretty well for him. Except Fulharg, he's on the defensive most of the fight. He's using Form 3, and there's a point where everyone thinks the battle's going to be over, including Bane, but he doesn't actually manage to defeat Fulharg. Fulharg gets up, so he switches from Form 3 to Form 2, which is very precise. That's like Count Dooku battling. So he switches to Form 2, with Bane doesn't realize quick enough, and he does get hit, and Fulharg starts taunting him, you're the Bane of the Sith, and Bane is like, that name is mine, and he unleashes this powerful force wave, and just crushes Fulharg's throat, and Kasim's like, stop, Bane, that's enough, and Bane just doesn't listen, and he kills Fulharg, just straight up chokes him to death, murders him. It's very vivid how it happens. It's very just talk about pink froth bubbling up between his lips, and oh my goodness, the imagery is just amazing. He was a McCurth, I think was his breed. So yeah, Fulharg's dead. Okay, and Sirak comes down, and Sirak is a Zabrak, which is like Darth Maul and Savage Opress. That's their breed. So Sirak comes out, he's the top apprentice at the academy, and he's like, I took great interest in you, I noticed you, and I'm going to recognize you as a true threat now, and one day you're going to challenge me, you're not going to be ready, you're going to think you are, and you're going to challenge me, and I'll accept it, and I'll defeat you, and you'll be done. So, to me, I don't know if this is an accurate description, but to me, this feels like a Chekhov's gun type thing, where it's, I don't know if that's the term or if there's another term when it's something so flat out like this, but it's very much, you know they're gonna fight, and you maybe even know that he's gonna lose. You know it's gonna happen. They establish it. It's very up in your face, like, okay, this is the main villain right now, this is the rival. This is the guy you want to watch out for. This is the guy Bane is going to be working to fight. So next chapter is chapter 11. Bane goes down to meet Cordis, and he's meeting with Cordis, and he's thinking he's going to get punished, and he starts thinking how contradictory the Sith rules are. Ooh, I like you in the sky. He starts thinking how the Sith rules are very contradictory, how it would have been a weakness not to kill Fulharg. That kind of thing, so very interesting, some of the thought processes he has. DJ is low. Is he? I don't even see him on the board. Oh, he's at 51, nice. So Cordis basically, it's a long, convoluted conversation, but Cordis basically is like, we're not going to punish you. it's going to make you strong, and that's fine. I don't want to make you weak, so we're going to allow it for now. Don't do it again, but losing full heart isn't that big of a deal as long as you become stronger. So Bane's like, wow, I just got out of this. But then he starts, now that he's free of that possibility, he is starting to feel guilty almost, and he dreams. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, he dreams and remembers the night of his father's death. He had just received a savage beating from his father for something stupid, like back-talking him over food or whatever. And he was thinking, he was imagining a hand closing around his father's heart, and like, I hope you die, I hope you die, I hope you die. And that's when he realizes, oh shit, I killed my father. So, okay, so now we're getting into some serious shit. So yeah, Bane killed his own father. Sorry, I'm just kind of clear my throat here. So yeah, Bane, he killed his own father. And then we're gonna go and see in the next chapter. Oh, I gotta move on. Then we see Bane is falling behind and fast. He is not doing well at all in his studies. He is doing horrible. He's just falling behind very quickly, and just he can't catch up. He's taking him way longer to learn stuff. And then, so there's that. He goes to think about his defeat, or how he's just losing now. And then we flash over to Khan, where we see Kopej telling him we lost Rusan, which was the world that you saw them take earlier. And he's like, how do we do that? And Lord Hoth had organized the Brotherhood, or the Army of Light, sorry. I'm getting my terms mixed up. Where he'd amassed just a bunch of Jedi all together in order to combat the Sith, and that's why they haven't been seeing many Jedi recently around. So yeah, so we got Lord Hoth's Army of Light that's introduced, and he's like, okay, we're gonna get the people from our academy, but not the ones from the Korriban Academy. We'll get them from all the other academies. I want the Korriban Academy guys to start training, continue their training, because it's just too important. And then we flash all the way back to the academy and see Qordis telling Qasim, don't train Bane anymore, he's a waste of time. And he's kind of realizing in his head, like, okay, you're doing this because it was your bitter rival that brought Bane to the academy, but I'm not going to complain about it because no one ever said the Sith were fair. He's still got Iron Man, it looks like. So, yeah. Very interesting characters we're going on through. So chapter 13, Bane realizes he's got to do something now. He's got to do something to pull himself out of this rut. So he challenges Sirak in a bold and desperate maneuver. Challenges Sirak. He, of course, gets destroyed. And then we flash over to Khan. So now he's unconscious, basically. And we flash over to Khan, and Khan is... he's talking with Kopej, or actually we're talking over to Kopej, sorry. And Kopej is, talking like, oh, well, we're losing, there's no way. And Khan's like, spreading our army, they're spreading their army too thin, trying to protect the people. And Kopej is like, that's true, but like, what are we gonna do about it? We don't know this. Like, we don't know where they're spread out. So then they bring in Githany, and Githany is this, they describe her as a strikingly beautiful female, human, I believe, and she gives them the intel that they want. She tells them where the lines are very weak, and we're just going to get this and go to the surface and get a different cave, and hopefully find a player, maybe. Like, okay, I'm going to give you the intel you want, just so you can join the Sith. So, give them the intel. And then we flash back to Bane real quick at the end, and he's like, I'm finished at the academy, I'm so done. They're not going to get rid of me because I have too much valuable potential, but I'm basically a pariah now. So that's what he is. He's like a pariah. He's just an outcast. Then at the next chapter, chapter 14, we find out, thanks to Githany, that's the end of episode 2. We'll find out what happens next time. Bye!